Man, hey, did you hear about the university's plan to get rid of vending machines in the dorms? Woman, yeah, I did. Honestly, I think it's a great idea. Those vending machines are just full of junk food, chips, candy bars, sugary sodas. Without them, students might actually start eating healthier, like getting real meals from the cafeteria or bringing fruits and snacks from home. Man, I don't know. I think it's going to be really inconvenient for students, especially those who stay up late studying. I mean, the cafeteria isn't even open late at night, so if they get rid of the vending machines, what are students supposed to eat when they need a quick snack? Woman, I get your point. But vending machines aren't exactly the best option for late-night snacks. They just encourage bad habits, like eating chips instead of something nutritious. Man, still, I think it's unfair to take them away without providing an alternative. Not everyone has time to plan out meals or carry healthy snacks around all day. The machines are convenient, and that's what students need, especially when they're on tight schedules. Woman, I guess, but I think the university is just trying to look out for students' health. Man, maybe. But I think they should at least replace the snacks with healthier options instead of getting rid of the machines entirely. Professor, sustainable architecture isn't just a concept, it's being applied in the real world with impressive results. Let's take the Green Horizon building in California as an example. This building was designed with sustainability as its core principle, and it incorporates several innovative features. First, the materials used in construction are 40% recycled, including reclaimed wood from old buildings and repurposed steel from demolished structures. This reduces the demand for new raw materials, which aligns perfectly with the emphasis on eco-friendly materials that the reading describes. Another notable feature is the building's solar panel system, which generates about 50% of its electricity. This renewable energy source significantly decreases the building's reliance on fossil fuels and lowers carbon emissions, a key objective of sustainable architecture. The architects also focused on energy efficiency by designing the building with large, strategically placed windows to maximize the use of natural sunlight. This reduces the need for artificial lighting during the day, cutting down on energy consumption. Additionally, the building is equipped with high-performance insulation to minimize heat loss in the winter and keep the building cool in the summer. Overall, these features have reduced the Green Horizon building's total energy consumption by 30% compared to traditional structures. This not only saves money on operational costs but also demonstrates how sustainable architecture can achieve a balance between environmental responsibility and practicality. It's an excellent example of how the principles outlined in the reading can be successfully implemented in real-life projects. Professor, today, I want to talk about animal migration, which is a fascinating and vital behavior for many species. Migration refers to the large-scale movement of animals from one location to another, typically in response to seasonal changes, food availability, or the need to reproduce. Let's take monarch butterflies as an example. Every year, these butterflies undertake one of the most remarkable migrations in the animal kingdom. During the fall, monarch butterflies in North America travel thousands of miles to reach warmer regions in Mexico and parts of California, where they spend the winter. This journey is crucial for their survival, as cold weather in northern regions makes it impossible for them to find food or lay eggs. Interestingly, the migration of monarch butterflies spans multiple generations. That means the butterflies that begin the migration in the fall won't be the same ones that complete the return journey in the spring. Instead, their offspring take over and finish the trip back north. This generational relay is unique and highlights the incredible adaptability of monarch butterflies. Migration isn't limited to insects, of course. Birds, like geese, also migrate to escape harsh winters, and some species of fish, such as salmon, migrate long distances to spawn in freshwater rivers. These migrations are essential for the survival and reproduction of these animals, ensuring that they can continue to thrive despite environmental challenges.
I prefer to take risks in life because I believe it leads to personal growth, new opportunities, and a more fulfilling experience. For example, I once decided to join a public speaking club, even though I was terrified of speaking in front of others. At first, I was extremely nervous, but over time, I gained confidence, improved my communication skills, and learned how to engage with audiences. This experience not only helped me become a better speaker but also taught me how to face my fears and step out of my comfort zone. Taking risks also adds excitement to life and opens doors to unexpected experiences. If you always play it safe, life can become predictable and monotonous, and it's harder to grow both personally and professionally. For instance, moving to a new city for a job opportunity was a big risk, but it allowed me to expand my network, learn new things, and gain valuable experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Moreover, taking risks often leads to better problem-solving skills and resilience. You learn how to adapt and recover from setbacks, which are inevitable in life. While taking risks does involve uncertainty and potential failure, it's through these challenges that we learn the most and become stronger. In conclusion, while playing it safe might feel more comfortable in the short term, I believe that taking risks is essential for achieving long-term success, discovering new passions, and truly living life to its fullest. In the conversation, two students discussed the university's plan to remove vending machines from dormitories in an effort to promote healthier eating habits. The first student supports the decision, arguing that it will encourage students to make better food choices. According to this student, vending machines typically offer unhealthy snacks, like chips and sugary drinks, which contribute to poor nutrition and weight gain. By removing these machines, students would be forced to choose healthier options, like fresh fruits or homemade snacks, leading to better long-term health outcomes. On the other hand, the second student disagrees with the idea, highlighting the inconvenience it would create for students, especially those who need quick snacks during late-night study sessions. This student argues that vending machines provide a convenient and accessible option for students who may be too busy to go out and get food. Removing them would make it harder for students to find food when they need it most, potentially interrupting their study routines and adding stress during exam periods. Personally, I agree with the second student. While I understand the goal of promoting healthier eating, I believe the removal of vending machines would create unnecessary challenges. Students should have access to quick and convenient food options, particularly during late-night study sessions when other food sources may not be available. Rather than removing the machines entirely, the university could consider stocking the vending machines with healthier snacks like nuts, granola bars, or fruit. This way, students would still have access to food when needed, but they would have healthier alternatives to choose from. The reading introduces sustainable architecture as a method of designing buildings that minimize environmental impact through the use of renewable energy, eco-friendly materials, and energy-efficient designs. It highlights strategies such as using solar and wind power, incorporating recycled materials like reclaimed wood and steel, and applying passive design techniques, such as maximizing natural light and ventilation. These practices reduce energy consumption, lower greenhouse gas emissions, and conserve resources. The reading emphasizes that sustainable architecture is critical for addressing climate change and creating healthier living environments. The professor expands on this by discussing the Green Horizon building in California, a real-world example of sustainable architecture. He explains that the building was constructed using 40% recycled materials, such as reclaimed wood and repurposed steel, which aligns with the reading's focus on eco-friendly materials. The building also generates 50% of its electricity through a solar panel system, demonstrating the use of renewable energy as described in the passage. Furthermore, the design includes large, strategically placed windows to maximize natural sunlight, reducing the need for artificial lighting during the day. High-performance insulation is another key feature, which minimizes energy loss in winter and reduces cooling needs in summer. These measures have cut the building's total energy consumption by 30%. Showcasing how sustainable architecture can be both environmentally and economically beneficial. The professor emphasizes that these features not only help reduce the carbon footprint but also save money on operating costs, reinforcing the reading's point that sustainability can create a balance between environmental responsibility and practicality. Together, the reading and lecture illustrate how the principles of sustainable architecture, like renewable energy use, recycling, and energy efficiency, c. The professor discusses animal migration, a behavior where species travel long distances to adapt to environmental challenges, such as seasonal changes, food availability, or reproduction needs. One example he provides is the migration of monarch butterflies. These butterflies travel thousands of miles from North America to warmer regions in Mexico and California during the fall. This migration is essential for their survival because cold weather in northern regions makes it impossible for them to find food or lay eggs. The professor also explains a unique aspect of monarch butterfly migration: it spans multiple generations. The butterflies that begin the journey south in the fall are not the same ones that return north in the spring. Instead, their offspring continue and complete the trip, showcasing their incredible adaptability and survival strategy. In addition to monarch butterflies, the professor mentions other examples, like geese, which migrate to escape harsh winters, and salmon, which migrate long distances to freshwater rivers to spawn. These migrations are vital for the survival and reproduction of these species, allowing them to thrive despite environmental challenges. The lecture highlights that migration is an essential behavior for maintaining populations and adapting to changing conditions.